plan made her do it, huh? Jeez, kinda preachy. Keep it in the monastery, lady.
Let's continue where I left off. Is what I meant. Yeah, I understand that. So yeah, we're gonna head down here. So the two places we still have yet to explore is this, whatever the hell all this is over here, and then this. So these are the two areas we're gonna try to be going off into. What the hell did I do to my sensitivity? Okay, there we go. That feels a bit better. Last night we faced a boss and got this badass weapon. Really beefy. Automech Repair Center.
Who goes there? By orders of Marshal Donaldson, no one comes or goes to the Automech Repair Center without approval. What's your business here?
See what passes for auto mechanicals in these parts. Help where I can. Show access pass. Step aside. I'm approved to enter.
Now you've done it. Slowing down a ranking protectorate official is worth 10, 20 demerits if you're lucky.
All right, let's not lose our heads over a simple misunderstanding. You're free to pass. Marshal Donaldson likes to greet new arrivals personally. We'll let him know you're inbound, so no one shoots on sight. Oh, and fair warning, watch out for Zeranium gas. We sprung a leak.
Not serious, everyone all right?
Nothing too bad. Aside from the headaches, nightmares, missing teeth, and headaches. One more thing. Don't cause any trouble around these parts. Donaldson runs a tight ship and has zero tolerance for lawbreakers.
Yay, we got access. You know, it just occurred to me, you can actually put away your weapons. Huh, okay. Build R, you can put your weapon away.
Outsider?
So I don't have to walk around like a jackass with my weapon out aiming at people. Go be silly elsewhere. Alright, Joe.
Prudence dictates we cherish all we have and defend it.
Prudence dictates we cherish all we have and defend it.
Wouldn't that be hilarious if we get to her and she's like, you're a wanted person. Sniper cloak. access, right? I had to see what was down there. That was the only reason why I jumped down in the hole.
Did the authorities send you? Did my torrent of messages finally convince them of the vast crab-like dangers near at hand? What a relief. In here I thought myself dismissed as a loon.
Stand here and listen to you ramble on. I'll need payment up front.
Ah, good. A captive audience. Money well spent. You must have spied those nefarious crabbles, roiling, rippling, bubbling, and churning out in the water. No one at the facility believes me, but I've seen it with my own eyes. Crabble numbers have swelled as they gather to defy us. A consortium, nay, an army.
I have legitimate cause for alarm. Thank you, my friend.
You actually believe me? No, stranger. Thank you. With your confidence and support, I believe the Crabble threat can and will be defeated. Remain strong, and together we will outlast the Crabble.
Right. Thanks for the warning. What the fuck, Joe? God damn it. I think that guy's just a smidge off his rocker over there.
All that matters is getting these Automechs to the Vox relay station.
But Marshal, we must adhere to decontamination procedures.
What in the name of the architect? Oh, right. My guards told me to expect a new arrival, right before our chief mechanist decided to harangue me with the latest on our catastrophe.
Marshal, you're acting as though I'm not standing here auguring the impending doom of this facility.
Woodrow, normally I would be obliged, nay, happy, to receive your senseless jawing, but not today. Perhaps this outsider can assist where you've failed. I hope you've come to help, because a crisis is bearing down on us, and I've a dearth of reliable hands with which to manage it.
Depends on what you need and what I get in
You
return.
see, Woodrow? Why, at this rate, we'll have the facility up and running in little to no time.
That's what scares me, Marshal.
Like you, me and my consternated head technician are new arrivals. Though we may not last long if we fail to repair the uranium leak.
You want someone to patch it up, ideally someone disposable.
I wouldn't have put it in those terms, but I appreciate someone who speaks their mind. The Vox relay station needs our Automechs. But until that leak is fixed, this facility is a target for the sport of Auntie's armaments. Delphinia Bryant is working on a prototype Zeranium shield. Whoever uses it will be less disposable and more useful to the
Okay.
Protectorate.
We'll go to Daphne and see what I can do.
What did I tell you, Woodrow? The situation's well in hand.
Marshal, those Automechs have been corrupted with uranium. I can't even cogitate on what they're capable of if we lack the time or resources to approach this rationally. Should they go berserk, we may well be turning the very subject you intend to resupply into their victims. We'd be branded as traitors.
Then perhaps you had better explain to Brigadier Montelli why his defenses are grounded. And you can do so personally.
Montelli's
in
dead.
the comfort of his office.
Montelli? I rescind my objection. May the delicate workings of the paradigm point us toward a better way.
There's a good fellow. Cleave to your loyalty, and it will never steer you wrong.
Montelli's dead. they haven't got the news yet. They clearly didn't get the news. Or the memo.
Oh, unfamiliar clientele. I was just lamenting the lack of new faces around
Dude,
here
her
since
hair
supplies
looks really
stopped
damn
arriving.
good. Holy
And then
shit.
you walk in. Name's Hazel. I'm sort of the acting quartermaster around these parts. You need any supplies? Talk to my friend the quartermech here.
The hair looks really fucking good for Outer Worlds 2 hairs. Think it's something happened to the old quartermaster?
Passed during the attack. Got his face melted clean off by this weird goo. And he was one of the lucky ones. Excuse the mess, by the way. Auntie gave us a pummeling a few weeks back. The old wardens paid the price. Where their courage faltered, a little mental refreshment should do just the trick.
Unless you haven't paid the same price.
When the attack unfolded, I was fixing the automechanicals who laid down their gears in our defense. Our leaders failed to do the same, which makes them more cowardly than an automech. I did my part to uphold the Protectorate. Can they say the same? Now what'll it be?
Buy supplies from you?
Aw, I really need someone else to test this thing. Tell you what, if you give it a go and have any trouble, I'll be happy to get you sorted.
Talk to you later.
Greetings, potential customer. State your business.
See what you have to
All
sell.
wares should be perfectly visible already.
Sorry, it tends to take things too literally. Maybe try phrasing the request differently.
Lull detected. Conversational status uncomfortable.
Initiate commerce.
Does that one compute, big guy?
Affirmative. Initiating commerce is one of this unit's default commands. Initiating commerce.
Oh, okay, cool. Cool. Sirenator? Is that a use fires depletes or cause targets to take progressively more damage from this weapon? Can also fire longer tactical time dilation. Auto channels will take no damage and instead will become overcharged, gaining speed and power. So if I use that against robots, that would be a bad idea, but it sounds pretty powerful actually. So we'll buy it. We'll buy that. Curious what that sniper cloak is, we'll be honest.
All right, I admit it. The quartermech still needs work, but perfection requires iteration, as the Marshal says. While he's under construction, come to me for any supplies you might need. Glad to oblige.
Okay, she has the same shit as he did. I just wanted to make sure.
See you soon, I hope.
Might be wise to give that large gas cloud a wide berth. Don't think there's anything to gain by getting near it.
Stay true, outsider.
Yes. Let's have a look at you. No signs of Zeranium exposure, or anything else novel or interesting, apparently. Another humdrum workaday ailment, no doubt. Nothing requiring my vast expertise, surely.
And Zeranium, can you tell me anything about it?
Gladly. I've rather dedicated my life to researching its unique form of matter. What would you like to know?
What exactly is Zeranium?
Zeranium is a crystal. Even in its raw form, it generates energy. But once refined and stored in a quasi-gaseous state, its output increases exponentially. Zeranium is found in a liquid state as well, but it's far too hazardous and inefficient for our needs. Refined Zeranium is used to power nearly all major Protectorate technology. It's an amazingly efficient power source. However, it's also highly unstable and must be mined exceedingly carefully. Even minor bumps or jolts can cause Zeranium crystals to explode.
Tell me about the exchanges.
Zeranium in its default crystalline state poses two risks. First, it's extremely volatile, exploding with
what's
an
up,
immense
Dirk God?
burst of energy if upset in
How are you
any
doing tonight?
way. Second, Zeranium crystals produce a small amount of gas, which we think helps stabilize its crystalline lattice, but that's just a theory. In this gaseous state, Zeranium is quite hazardous, breaking down organic matter through a mechanism we still don't quite understand.
Just wind down now to go to bed soon. Oh, nice. How long could someone survive in a cloud of Zeranium
The
gas?
concentration of the gas is a critical factor. A person could remain in a light haze for several minutes, whereas a dense cloud can kill near instantly. Anyhow, I could talk about this all day if I let myself. Hope I haven't bored you unduly. Was there anything else I could help you with?
I keep from getting Zeranium poisoning.
Total avoidance is best, but try to get out of the Zeranium as quickly as you can if exposure becomes necessary. Come to think of it, there may be some exciting new breakthroughs in the near future. Our visiting scientist next door is working on a device that shields the user from Zeranium's effects, though she was having a spot of trouble last I heard.
I'll leave you to it.
Well, look who it is. What is it this time?
Use some medical
Certainly.
treatment.
There is a nominal cost for treatment to cover essentials. You know where to find me.
I should be fine. I think that poisoning I got rid of already, so that's a good thing. It says next door. Does she mean over here, maybe? Yeah. I've managed to consolidate a waveform down to a point where it can be generated by a handheld device, but I need something to project the field using it. One enterprising fellow suggested that catalytic amplifiers used in Dragoon automechs might serve, and the idea has merit. I'll speak to Marshall about it in the morning. Note to self, one of the automechanicals wandered into my lab, picked up a crate of supplies, couldn't decide where to set them down again. I just gave up. Later, I felt the vibration so hard the dust shook down from the ceiling. Must keep an eye on their behavior. Lab note: Zeranium is a natural state, is less concentrated and seemingly less hazardous. Long-term effects of automechanical circuitry. Living tissues are inconclusive. Use of shield device is recommended. Concentrated uranium, most commonly found in industrial settings, regulated. In an aftermath of warfare, hazardous protective equipment is required for closer inspection. However, protective equipment is still hypothetical and pending invention. ETA unknown.
Yes? Normally I'd be too busy to bother with random unforeseen visitors, but I find myself with some time on my hands after the recent completion of my latest invention. Go on then. Speak freely.
What does this invention of yours do exactly?
Oh, it's really quite fascinating. It projects a field that protects the user from all manner of dangers. Kinetic force, electricity, thermal spikes, you name it. The technicians here used it to shield themselves from the Zeranium gas that was barring entrance to this facility's primary repair structure. A job well done, if I do say so myself.
I don't suppose you have any one of these shields handy.
Well, I do still have my initial prototype lying around, but it's highly unusual to share confidential protectorate technology with just anyone. That being said, I'd be willing to lend the prototype to a supporter who generously invested in furthering my research for a reasonable contribution.
One reasonable contribution coming right up.
Oh, how entirely novel. The exchange of goods or services for currency. Well then, here it is, your prototype. I assure you it will be worth every bit. Did you need anything else?
Very well.
Until a more convenient date and time.
The gas energy deflection apparatus gadget grants you temporarily shield, protecting you from damage and hazards such as uranium. Activating the gadget applies a shield depleting with damage taken and time spent inside the hazard. After a duration enough damage is sustained, the shield will disable automatically. Reactivating the gadget while it is still active resets the duration and the amount of shield remaining. Okay. You learned that the scientists at the Automatic Repair Center could use some assistance.
First the attack, then the Zeranium. At this rate, we're never getting caught up.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night.
Give me a sec. Almost done with this work list. Another sealant failure, amplifier requisition, and 2 more cases of Zeranium exposure. We're a mite bit busy these days.
You and Marshall Donaldson don't seem on best terms.
The Marshal is under a lot of pressure to deliver Automex to the Vox relay station, but I'm responsible for their quality control. If even a single Automex steps out of line, it will be the end of me.
course that could happen.
Zeranium corrupted Automechs, opened fire on Protectorate soldiers, and I end up in the darkest bowels of mental refreshment. Oh is right. The Marshal is a good man, but he values speed while I value accuracy. Neither of us is wrong, but in this case, we both can't be right.
Where can I buy some supplies?
You want to see the quartermaster. She's right next to the gate you entered through. Under the marshal's office, she'll only be able to sell you our surplus, but you might find some of it useful. If you need something, kindly make it quick.
Outsider.
Consider finding a human companion if you seek conversation.
I was kind of curious to what was in here. A mod to where you can have it charge before you use it. See, I'm wondering if the biomass pistol is any good.
Welcome. Glad to have you back.
Just trying to look around for any of those comics.
Outsider. Prudence dictates we cherish all we have.
Outer chassis
Defend it.
sealant test number 14 is confirmed a failure. Uranium exposure rate appears to be unaffected. Test model displayed stand. Standard overload-induced paralysis, then became atypically aggressive. Forced to terminate test model in self-defense.
Back replacement parts, okay.
Still loitering about? I have errands that need running. Put those idle hands to some productive use. Until a more...
First the attack, then there's Iranian. At this rate...
Yes?
See, I don't even know who the hell they wanted me to talk to. Yo, what's up, Ali Nico? How are you doing?
Outsider?
Well, look who it is.
Outsider?
Ow. I got poisoned. Dealing with the feelings of an upcoming interview, so hopefully I'll have my own pocket money to get games and such. Oh, nice. Nope, can't go in there. That'll kill me. This thing is fucking beefy against frickin' mechs. Like, it kicks mechs into the ground, pretty much. Engineering 4 is required. I think that's if we wanted to use the elevator. But we don't need the elevator where we're going. Just jump around and get there. So I'm stuck deciding if I want to play Outer Worlds 1 or start my new Vegas up. It's understandable. Sounds like a really tough choice. Now, where the hell does this go?
First the attack, then there's uranium. At this rate, we're never getting caught up.
Oh, oops. may or may not have screwed them over, potentially. I don't know, though.
Oh, my system still ain't gotten the memo we're clear of the relay. I'm itching to keep running. We're damn lucky we got out in time, Commander. Real glad you found a way to mitigate the destruction. Without the relay looming over all, maybe the island can finally recover. Lon knows it's seen enough as it is.
What has happened lately? I'm sure you have some thoughts.
Sounds like your old pal DeVries was in deep with the Order. Now, I don't know a whole lot about them, but I don't reckon fanatical is part of their employee code of conduct. And as you've seen, that kind of loyalty can pose a real problem to everyone else. But we'll track her down before it comes to a head. Don't you worry.
Yeah, they're probably gonna be a little pissed at us, potentially.
Commander, I think this stuff is eating my lungs from the inside.
Well, look who it is. What is it this time?
Prudence dictates we cherish all we have. Defend it.
Thank the Sovereign the leak has been fixed. I fear I'd lose my mind if I had to run one more of those sealant tests.
The leader mech is out of order. There is no obvious sign of what could have caused the damage to the frame. Inspect gouges. On closer inspection, the dense gouges bear telltale markings of a scrap bot. One of them must have jumped atop the leader mech as the way to the rooftop. As we already came up here for that repair kit, though.
Still loitering about? I have errands that need running until a more... Still loitering about? I have errands that need running. Put those idle hands to some productive use. Until a more...
First the attack, then the Zeranium. At this rate, we're never getting caught up.
If you need something, kindly make it quick.
Is there like something I'm missing or something, or what?
Outsider?
Howdy there.
This is just gonna take us to that one crazy guy.
Look alive! Crabbles among us!
How's your little Crabble
Getting
problem?
better, I think. The Crabbles have seemed less menacing of late. Maybe our resolve has worn down their warlike spirit. Or maybe they're just biding their time.
Get on my
Those
way.
look nice.
Outsider.
Outsider?
It's nice to breathe clean air for a change.
You know, I don't know where that
Prudence dictates.
that guy went that I had talked to, you know, when we first showed up. You know what I mean? I don't know where he's at. There was two of them standing out here, remember?
Thank the Sovereign the leak has been fixed. I fear I lose my mind if I have to run one more of those units.
I mean, we talked to everybody that's here, so I don't
Prudence
know.
dictates we cherish all we have and defend it.
You've learned that a scientist at the Automech Repair Center could use some assistance. Where are we currently? Yeah, we're at the Automech Repair Facility. Now, what the fuck am I missing?
Stay true, outsider.
First the attack, then there's Iranian.
Stay
At this
true,
rate, we're never
outsider.
getting caught up.
Outsider?
Yes? You want us? She'll only be able to sell you our surplus.
I'm not sure we should get any closer.
Thank the Sovereign the leak has been fixed. I fear I'd lose my mind if I had to run one more of those super tests.
Ah, here he is.
I'm glad that spectacle didn't scare you off. Between the recent attacks and the gas leak, you find us on the razor's edge between reason and panic. Whether or not you're able to help us, I'm grateful to have an extra set of eyes on the problem. Zeranium is hardly my area of expertise, but it falls to me to find a solution, lest I follow my predecessors to their untimely fate.
Dina finished her device. I got the working prototype right
I
here.
knew Dr. Bryant would come through for us, that she'd prove her worth as surely as any subject of the Protectorate would. Seeing as you're the only one trained in the use of that gadget, what say you put it through its paces? Make your way inside the repair hangar and find the control terminal to purge the Zeranium. And be careful with that terminal. We don't want the situation getting any worse.
I was concerned about Zeranium corrupting the Automechs.
Don't worry about Woodrow. Smart fellow, but his cautious nature gets in the way. Yes, there is some risk that exposure to Zeranium will corrupt our Automechs, to use his colorful language. That shouldn't stop us from delivering them on time. I'm sure they'll be scrubbed clean once they arrive at the Vox relay. But that isn't our problem to solve. You be sure and come back once you've made progress on the leak. I hope you brought me good news, outsider.
Your Zeranium leak is fixed.
At last, the tide is shifting. Today, we fix our automechanicals. Tomorrow, we push the unprincipled interlopers of Auntie's choice into the sea. You've done us a great service, stranger, and I would see your efforts rewarded. Alas, we don't have much to offer since our supplies are so low. I hope these bits will suffice. We confiscated them from the corpses of the scouts who attempted to infiltrate this facility a few weeks back. It carries the invaders' taint, but it should spend just the same.
Thanks for being overqualified and underappreciated.
Perhaps you're right. Accept this with my gratitude. Now I can show our chief mechanist that he was wrong, and a little Zeranium poisoning won't do those Automechs any harm.
Alright.
Ah, my friend. The Paradigm deems fit to return you to us once again. What brings you this way?
That's the situation
Thanks
around
to
here.
your intervention, the facility is back online, and Automechs are on their way to the Vox relay station. While I trust that Brigadier Montelli has everything well in hand, that assurance does not alleviate the grim tidings felt in the pit of my bowels. Loyalty and instinct run hand in hand. I'm a Protectorate man, after all. So why should I be ill at ease, despite our stalwart chain of command and dependable kin at the helm? Ah, no matter. My unease is nothing when measured against the strength of the Protectorate.
Tell me about
This
place.
facility's purpose is the maintenance of automechanicals. When the war kicked off, it became a military asset, and I am its second steward. The old staff should have laid down their lives to repel Auntie's choice. For their failure of loyalty and grit, they were punished, and rightly so. Now, their burden is mine. But I won't allow my unit to suffer the same fate.
Be back later. Marshal, the evidence shows that exposure to uranium gas causes near permanent corruption to the targeting and behavioral subroutines of Automechs. Even if we could access the repair hangar, we shouldn't be sending these Automechs to the Vox relay station. I know you have your orders from Montelli, that he wants results, but what happens to us when our Automechs turn on him? He would discuss this in person, Woodrow. Marshal Donaldson, Montelli is asking again about these military-grade automechanicals you promised. I am running out of excuses to give him for the delay. You were entrusted with this facility after your predecessors failed to defend it. It distresses me to imagine the loyal soldiers such as yourself suffering their fate. Any update could provide concerning our estimated delivery and most appreciated, sooner rather than later. I hope that or more may be punished as a result of Brigadier General's faxed disposition, yourself included. Faithful service to Proctorate Marshal Corp. Another request. By Bryant, he has asked to extract the catalytic amplifier from the functional Dragoon. I know you ordered us to give her our full support, but I have reservations about dismantling the working automech. I denied her request until further notice. When this damnable war is over, I humbly recommend the head of Mechanicus, Woodrow Contos, be acknowledged and promoted to a steadfast member of the Proctorate. We may not always see eye to eye, but the true asset of the Grism, and I'm grateful to have him on our side. It would stop at nothing to guarantee victory. Logs. My formative years. There's very little to tell. I was selected to be warden attending the military academy. Those days of idyllic, drilling, marching, maintaining equipment, good times. By the grace of Sovereign, I was separated to an officer training track. Leadership came naturally, but I am discovered a true passion. Officers were given access to the writings of previous high-rank wardens, and to this day I continue to base these treasures that have been handed down through time. This fine repair center is the heart of Vox's automated security, a valuable asset and a valuable target. Sadly, the original stewards failed to defend the facility from bombardment. They were co-signed an execution of mental refreshment. Now the Ark is my charge, my burden, my inheritance, and failure is not an option. We're small, but we're scrappy. Wartime strategy dictates that major asset be secured before expending resources and retaking minor sites. Our enduring presence here indicates that the tide is turning in our favor. Yo, what's up, Paul Henderson? How's it going? How you doing tonight? How goes it? Just woke up, tired of sleep. Oh, I get that. While I'm at the liberty to disseminate the full teachings of those lesser stationed, I do try to expose others to particularly powerful movements when and where I can. I know perils I cost often end up in mud, but I feel it's remiss not to shine the light of knowledge on unlearned. I count the following among the most inspirational. Loyalty is life, life is service. Words to live by in these dark times. Trust the patriotism, but check your supplies. More than one officer has lived with regret failing to follow that advice. The true have nothing to hide. The false have nothing to show. A reminder that we are each responsible for the other. Know your worth or find yourself lacking, a phrase that applies to all loyal subjects, regardless of their station.
Hello again, stranger. Know that you were always...
I find it funny how I'm in good terms with them, even though I took Martelli out. I think that was a missed little tidbit there. They may have forgot to implement, you know?
Prudence dictates we cherish all we have and defend it.
You're free to pass, stranger.
It's literally just a little wall. Over here, like, wondering what the hell this is, and it's just a fucking dam. I guess the cool thing, though, is that we got this device that prevents us from getting killed by that stuff. can't walk through that freaking gunk over there. It'll kill us. The hell is that over there in the distance? That's probably those little buildings way over there. Looks so fucking far away.
Let me know when you need a distraction. What you need to worry about.
Automac appears to have suffered grievous injuries to claws and pincers of Crabbles. Small engraving on the armor reads, property of Euphoria Coast Automech Repair Center. Ship Automech for parts. He didn't need those parts. He was a goner anyways, you know. He didn't need them. It's like you really have to explore to find stuff though, I've noticed. Find little secrets and all that nice little stuff. I don't think we can really get right there, to be honest, because it's just this big ass rock that's right here. That's what I'm thinking.
Keep it up and we'll name a vodka flavor after you.
Careful of friendly fire if you head down past the farm. Last time we wandered past, they opened fire on us. A real code 472. 472 means they're gonna fill anything that blows full of holes.
Interesting. Oh shit. what happens when you fuck around. Fuck around, you find out. See, I want to know if I can get to that little building that's up here, though. Like, is it that tower that's straight ahead that I see? Find out what. Oh, I'm just trying to get the various locations discovered that I gotta explore. What's going on there? Why does that look like it's all on burnt right there? That's kind of interesting.
Whatever management's paying you, worth it. I should be nice to you. You'll probably be my manager someday. Word on the street is you're all fire and goal-oriented.
Oh, what the fuck Niles is doing over there?
Yeah.
That was just a nice little sniper outpost for them to snipe across the way there.
Rifts like this have been popping up all over the place since Horizon 1. They're harmless. So long as you keep your distance.
You're the Maverick freelancer from the wireless.
Something tells me there might be something to that later down the road because that's our second rift anomaly that we've came across. So something tells me there might be some thing behind that. Now it's like I can't even hear the frickin' stuff because it's so low.
She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's choice. Broadcasting only the most profitable news, music, and honest product endorsements. This is Wireless Free Arcadia, the voice of Auntie's Choice. Auntie's Choice is all about choice. From 15 different kinds of fresh from frozen meats, to canned animals, vegetables, and minerals, to vodka in every color of the rainbow, and then some. Auntie works hard to make sure you have more. Looks like a fight. You deserve Auntie's Choice. Okay, back to business. A little more upbeat right about now, like this.
At least coming out to spot folk along here was easy work.
I'm not gonna lie, the waves look pretty damn cool in this game. Eight of 10. We need 2 more. 2 more. And we'll be able to turn into her.
It's not the worst unless it's forced worst. More
Escape from the Skip Space Pirates.
With their proprietary whisker extraction, pulverized bones means no tooth cracking crunch. We gobble it down and get back to the action.
Blah blah. Taking care of citizens is developing possible customers. And come out here yourself, Cooper Street. Okay, that subject laughed after the first time we tried talking to him.
I just hope we can find that last magazine we're missing, because that is gonna take us a moment. Achievement for killing 50 of a certain type of enemy, I believe. That's what it said, it looked like.
Honest to goodness broadcasting for straight shooters across Arcadia. This is wireless free Arcadia. Pretty clear the Protectorate are hiring outside help when they actually accomplish something. Some hotshot for hire just managed to fix the Zeranium leak in their repair facility. I'm not saying we caused it in the first place, but we sure liked the idea of all those broken auto mechanicals and all the excessive gasping and choking involved. Somebody ought to co-op, buy, or dispose of these irregulars, proving too effective to have on the wrong side. Now, on to other things. Now, here's a song to take your mind off your worries. Unless you're being hunted by a pack of ragamuffins or some such.
Hey, you there. Need a smoke that distinguishes you from the
Oh, shit.
Well, look no further. It's the only cigar that says
I don't want to use that kit. If I don't have to, I don't want to use that kit because it's just a stupid way to fucking die.
there. Need a smoke that distinguishes you from the average.
Damn it. Gravity is not being my friend right now.
There. Need a smoke that distinguishes you from the average oak. Look no further. It's the only cigar that says
Gravity was just giving me the finger right there for a second.
it's a Wentworth stout, and it says with pride that I made #1
So yeah, I'm gonna have to travel there to get to where I need to. Oh, what is this over here? Is that just one of those grain silos, maybe? That's what it looks like.
Armed and ready.
There's so much area that we have yet to uncover on this map, but it's like body found. What body do you mean? There's no bodies.
Goodness broadcasting for straight shooters across Arcadia. This is Wireless Free Arcadia.
Travel up here, then travel westward.
Auntie Cleo here to address all the hubbub over these rifts. Arcadia's yaysayers and eggheads would have us think these cosmic light shows herald the end of the worlds. Poppycock! Rifts present an opportunity, not a calamity. Once someone irons out their reality-rending downside, we'll be left with nothing but upside. I have full confidence that our lab coats in experimental operations will innovate a profitable use for them. Rifts could be—
Let's listen to Proctor at one real quick.
Here's a song for you to enjoy while you solemnly reflect on your sworn duty to our idyllic society.
I don't know what the fuck I did. To be honest with y'all. Proctor, Sky Mine seems to have survived the fall back to Paradise Island. The exterior is pitted and scattered, but its core still hums with energy. The valuable inner workings can be disassembled for valuable parts by steady and skilled hand. Precision and skill successfully disable the mine. The core powers down and you're able to safely remove several valuable components. Nice. Had I been here already or what? Oh, clearly I've been here. Yeah. Okay. Guess I ventured off that far, but I didn't go far this far, you know what I mean? Where does this go?
This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless. Essential listening for all subjects. Wonderful news, everyone. The Zeranium gas leaks at the Automech repair facility, strongly believed to be caused by Auntie's Choice malefactors, have been corrected. The reinvigorated staff assigned there...
Raptidons. They nod right...
Liquidate them!
Pace with a true adherence zeal.
Drop pod landing zone.
Pods? Sir, why would... By the matriarch. What are those? Open fire! Sound off.
It's a
We're
brawl.
still upright. Wait, there's more. Why are they just standing there? They spit acid. Take cover! Man! Get back here! Traitor! Shit! Shit!
Rip. I like Anticleo's station a little bit better so far. The station's very,
This is Protectorate sanctioned
Trying to be
wireless.
classical kind of music, it seems like. Could be wrong though.
Punctuated by acceptable music.
Neighbors, cease all leisure activities. Our sovereign is here with another cupboard full of wisdom with his golden bestowment. Report anyone seen ignoring
Max Fallout
this
sarcasm, yeah.
My dear subjects, I speak to you personally in this time of conflict because I know my voice brings you comfort. Yet those who trespass against us are no cause for concern. I must now return my focus to loftier matters of state. I entrust my consort to speak on the war effort and set all your minds at ease. Consul Thoreau?
Thank you, sir. Neighbors, fear not the corporatists at our gates. They present no threat to our way of life. No more than the odd cultist or those turncoats in the order. Our enemies covet our abundance. Such avarice is a rabid wolf clawing at the door. When the people hunger for more, they will cut down their own brethren to sate their appetites. If we are to continue building the great perfection we've set our hearts and minds to, we cannot abide even a crack in our foundation. That is all it takes for such
Sky Cutter A102.
vigilance is a virtue. Be wary of trespassers. Their ideologies can be corrosive to the vital cogs in our power. More than ever, remain watchful of your neighbors. Better to be safe than seditious. Report any odd behaviors. My sentinels are never far, always watching, always listening.
Now you know all you need to know. So on we go. Another song in an expertly curated playlist picked out explicitly for you. The Sovereign's Chosen.
Not to offend anyone, but even then, FB's humor was nothing comparing to the classic Fallout. Yeah. Judging by the film dust covering this plaque, it's been years since anyone has been by to read this. Felicitations. The steadfast subjects of Paradise Island need to rely on antiquated power generation no longer. Today marks the completion of the construction of the Proctorate's newest miracle, the Sky Cutter Power Plant. The Sovereign, its infinite wisdom, single-handedly designed a revolutionary facility to power the whole of the island. With its elegant Kinetico electric turbines turned by not more than unilateral winds of Eden, the newly installed subterranean electronic transference network connective Fairfield, Westport, and all interported Vox relay, this facility shall no doubt stand in the test of time and continue to function beyond perfectly for years to come. Glory to Proctorate. Strategic target, Sky Cutter Power Facility A102 brief. Proctorate Cadre 618 infiltrates Sky Cutter Power Facility with special clearance granted via Commander Montelli. Cadre has secured the tower to implement defensive fortifications, trappings of the facility, scuttling charges. Some amount of repair work is expected due to the Sky Cutter's period of minimal upkeep. According to Warden Engineer Hawan, has been assigned to Cadre, mission shall be audio recorded due to lack of predicate combat scribe presence. Cadre's primary goal is to send power overcharge to the treacherous stronghold of Fairfield, thereby neutralizing defenses, killing scores of turncoats, and Sky Cutter must be secured to prevent enemy capture or a counter charge being used against the Vox relay, which cannot currently be separated from the Sky Cutter power network. Cadre shall not fail. Remember, you bleed for the Sovereign. hell is going on with this place is what I want to know. Commercials, then whatever Battle Royals 2 has to offer, yeah. I like Anticlea's a little bit more than the other one, but that's about it. Play it to my playthrough. Nice.
Captain, have we truly certified that all in our midst are suited for this mission?
Guns cocked and loose. Just get the signal.
Were any of us to bear reservations?
If you take issue with my presence, speak plainly. My loved one's deeds bear no influence on my own.
Your loved ones, Juan? Once a loved one of mine became a traitor, I would no longer refer to them thusly. Unless you still harbor feelings.
Enough! Your sniping discredits you both. Wardens must speak through action. Move out!
Alright, another trauma kit. Should probably save. I made a solid save in a little bit. Now we got 2 trauma kits. Borderlands, maybe because of the color oversaturation. Yeah, it might be that more than anything. The heavy-duty container locked with a complicated mechanism. It looks as if it was brought here recently. Fractured arm.
A protectorate vestige. Guessing the cadre didn't live it. Time to start poking around. We'll need all their armorial IDs to get in.
At the ID, you notice the shape matches the mechanism slots. Inserting the results in resounding click and a clear. Each slot will require some associated ID. This diagram of the Sky Cutter is circled in multiple places with annotations on either side. Several of these stand out at you. A circled section towards the bottom. Entry point. Logistics, power routing, support system. Disused offices. Good fortification points, but not terribly useful at present. In the center of is a long, tall section. Main shaft and elevator. Maybe damaged, bad imaging detected. Anti's choice bombs drop pods of some sort landing in this area. Structural integrity seems to hold. The analytical with wind turbines continue to function without accepted parameters. Nonetheless, path to the top tower may be complicated. West annotated portion of the small and narrow section of the tower apex reads control apparatus. Needs manual activate due to safeguard reasons. Goal beneath it is a small additional notes. Status intermediate. May the matriarch let us find this undamaged. Okay. I haven't even bothered to try that weapon out yet, actually. It just occurred to me. What did I just take out of there? I need to stay there. I didn't bother to look at this. Okay. No party upgrades. Gotta be mindful, keep an eye out for those magazines.
Time to earn my commission.
Oh yeah, I forgot that shit doesn't work against them. I love that shield though. I just need to remember that I have it, that I can use it, you know? That's gonna be a struggle, is trying to remember that. I can only imagine how the colors on this game look on a freaking OLED. The OLEDs are so super saturated in general already.
I'd heard tale of those war-bred monstrosities, but this facility is overrun. We must pull back. Return with no less than a support battery.
Wardens do not retreat, nor take any ignoble action. I shall excuse your cowardice by way of shock. Whether we are destined to succeed or die, we shall do what is required of us. We will not falter. Marchand, make a duplicate of our field recording, in the event we don't survive.
I really don't like the Proctorate, you know? Just in general, like, I feel like Anti-Cleos, as corporate as they are, I would much rather go with them than the Proctorate. You know what I mean? Damn, this thing is fucking beefy against these guys. I really like the interiors on this game. It's like very unique, every interior you go into. Not necessarily the same copy and paste or anything. I mean, there's probably a few sections that are like that, but yeah, not as often in this game. Got the Sovereign Copper. I don't know why, I'm just waiting for those just to fucking collapse on me. Would've been kind of neat, you know, just to make it seem like, yeah, I better hurry up. Let's see. Chris Sanic, +5 max health. Nice.
Ceased. Is there any way Ames and Marchand could have... I'm sorry, LaRue. They died in the service of the Protectorate. Stop. Breathe. Then we shall press on. You surprise me. We cannot complete this mission and yet live. And should we live to see it through, your wife shall meet her end. Yet, your resolve remains unshaken. Any less would disgrace the Sovereign. Disgrace us all. Shoulder your rifle. We shall press on and see this mission to its completion. That noise doesn't sound like... Oh, blast! Hand me my rifle! My rifle!
Guessing we're gonna be taking that elevator up. Side cover, lift, override key. Restart lift.
Everyone else heard
It's a
that.
brawl. That wasn't so bad. Nothing's ever simple. Damn lift. I could climb up the shaft faster than this.
like to have a word with whoever's in charge of maintenance around here. Right after we deal with these rats.
I fucking love this pistol. Holy shit.
All that was some kind of universal test? Hope this means we passed.
Deck 7. We're like some giant freaking one of those things, but a boss. Watch. Just kidding. +1 gadget energy meter. Nice.
Grievous wounds. At least one of my lungs meets the open air. LaRue fell swiftly. Screamed for me to help, but if I had remained to aid her, the mission would be at its end. The mission which is now doomed regardless. I arrived here to find the controls non-functional. Since my weapon delivers magnetically contained electric charges, I inserted it into a conduit hoping it would spring to life, but the Fairfield power controls have deteriorated. I wish I could admit relief that in my heart of hearts I wished my love to live, despite her traitorism. My darling, I am sorry. But were you here, I would use the last of my strength to slay you. Our feelings are not even a candle to the incandescent love of the Sovereign. Our blood, my blood, for the Protectorate. Signing off.
Controls have been seen better days. Many displays not light properly. The labels have all but eroded. With the status schematics, one still be able to adjust the electricity distribution controls. This would allow the user to send power surge to Vox Relay, potentially damaging its defenses. Schematics configure the control panel to send power surge to Vox Relay. The controls should hum ominously. Damn. Okay. Oh, so we pretty much knocked out the power to the box. Thunderstruck. So that could have probably helped us earlier on in the frickin' playthrough. Will this actually go all the way down to the bottom or no? Oh, nice, it actually works. Ready perfectly slots into place. You fit the last one in. Mechanism clicks and the lid slides off. My darling Alex, if you're reading this message, I have fallen in the course of duty. Please do not mourn the destiny. Over the years, my cadre has borne a spotless record of mission success, a clear sign that we were plan ordained to arrive at this point. We fulfilled our role in society as we were ordered. There is no higher honor. My compatriots, I may be gone, but you and all of our loved ones shall persist uphold proctorate. Take pride that you've gave our lives in service to Sovereign, and by extension all of Arcadia. My love for you expands the entire universe. Ames. I don't know why that one didn't work. That one's busted, I guess. What's up, Lunar Shark? How are you doing? Fortunately, the medical supply's small crate appears to have been ruined by an extended exposure to ocean water. Perhaps someone with medical expertise could pick through it and find something of use. Well, unfortunately, I don't have that. Can't sleep as usual. Understandable. I can't. How could I even get over there even if I wanted? Just like that. So I'm gonna make a save before I risk this because this is very risky. I have a massive headache. Ooh. Oh shit, okay. We made it. I keep seeing these, like some of this stuff, I keep thinking it's the old loot crates that they had in the first game. You don't really see those too often in this game.
It's the crunch. That scrunch. The one that makes it a brunch. Who feed you purple berry crunch if they love you a bunch.
You wanna give a hand
At
here?
attention, trooper. Report. Why are you out here? Where's your unit?
What unit? I was just eating some purple Barry. Wait. My unit. All along, they ambushed us. There was so much blood. You can't make me go back there.
Damn, this is bad. Listen, nobody's making you go back, but you're an easy target for Raps or worse if you stay put. Your unit wouldn't want this for you.
Yeah, that's true. I've got to get back to Fairfield. Back inside our bivouac wall. Back where it's safe.
Yeah, that's it. Back to town, where you can get a big, comforting bowl of purpleberry crunch. You ready to move out?
Yeah. Thanks for all your help. Oh, Law! The Protectorate scum took all our weapons. How am I supposed to get back? The Raptidons will rip me to pieces!
Not a moment, I have a spare gun somewhere.
My hands are shaking fit to fall off my arms. Couldn't hit the broadside of a bank. If only there was something that needed less aiming. Of course. I hate to ask, but any chance you got a grenade I can borrow? Even if I miss, the noise should scare off any Raptidons.
Wait a minute, you're shaking that bad and you want an explosive.
I can handle it. I'll be far safer with it than without. I can't fight a Raptidon unarmed.
I'll give you one if you're sure you can handle it. Just please be careful.
Thank you. I'll only use it if I have to. Well, off I go.
Gotta say, Commander, this weren't one of your finer ideas. Let's hope he ain't got the wherewithal to actually pull the...
I'm just gonna get to Fairfield. I'm just gonna... Oh, what was that? Is someone out there? Stay back, I'm warning you. I got a grenade. All I gotta do is pull this pin and it... Uh-oh.
Oh, that's terrible. That's so terrible. That poor guy. Well, things you should not do. You have a guy who's shaking a grenade. That's something you should not do. To assemble trauma kits, they left enough supplies behind for someone to know how to assemble another. So with materials along with your knowledge of medicine, you create one last trauma kit. Nice. What's funny is we were here just a little bit ago, weren't we? I didn't bother to look behind it to see that there was a path to go straight to that. So my issue now is I don't have all those magazines. But I don't know where the hell I would even begin to find those. I wonder if there's gonna be like some... I doubt this game would have something of that sort, but you know, like... You know, like Ratchet and Clank has a map-o-matic. Wouldn't that be neat if there was something you could collect in this game that would literally reveal locations of potential loot, you know?
I can't recall seeing any of these Protectorate types ever run a scam on each other.
Weird, ain't it? People really respect and care about each other.
Yeah.
I confess, I'd anticipated a more contentious relationship with our new neighbors.
Old yet
All
interesting
have
shit
been
for
quite
Vegas, yeah.
welcoming, albeit direct.
Push through it, I always do. You've already encountered the minister, I take it.
Yes, that Milver Street fellow is remarkably kind for a shallow propagandist. I am surprised I can pleasantly converse with those whose worldviews I vehemently oppose. We have spirited debates. In time, I will prove to them the superiority of our beliefs.
I'm the type to sit behind a desk all day. What, when I could stand behind a bar?
Trying to stay on top in the cutthroat world of facility sanitation is not a young person's game. No siree.
How to get around the security protocols of a drone terminal?
Why, of course. Once a drone operator, always a drone operator. Just enter this code and you should be able to circumvent any lockouts.
You saved me a huge headache.
Thank you for making me feel like a vital cog in the system again. Well, now I better get back to cleaning. The only good employee is a useful one after all.
Well, don't you look thirsty for fulfillment and value. Welcome back to... Oh, what was it again? Oh, right. The Drunken Haggler. What'll it be, stranger?
Relocate a few proctored subjects from West Point. Any coming by here?
A few, actually. Who in particular do you mean?
Oh, with the purple food dye all around his mouth. Charlton Windrow?
Never met somebody so happy to be here. Get the sense he rubbed the other defectors the wrong way. But we all become quite fond of Charlton. Fella can recite every commercial. Anyone else you have in mind?
So you haven't met culturist Roe busy type?
Nah, she comes in a lot actually. Sings, dances, has a grand old time. Often shuts the place down. Larges it up like she don't got a care in the world. Who else you want to know about?
Mechanist by the name of Pink.
Oh,
Pinkney?
yeah, Pinkney. Offered to fix any and all mechanicals we had in the place, then proceeded immediately to do so. Wouldn't take nothing in return. Strangest thing. Anybody else?
Former vigilant of West Point. His name is Hogarth. First name, I want to say Orden?
Sure. He's in here sometimes. Keeps to himself mostly, back there in the corner. Has one drink, ducks out with a polite nod. You'd never know he used to be somebody. Anybody else?
I'll do.
All right. Appreciate you dropping by.
We can't exactly skip drive you back home, so you're devoted. Let's see if you can keep the friends.
Those new Protectorate folk here from Westport, I really respect them.
I wish there was more bounties that you could do.
I don't care where they post me, as long as it's as far from those horrifying rifts as possible.
Choice is the proud maker of Spacer's Jaw, Zero-G Brew, and antibiotics. Everything you need to get through your day.
What happened to Andy's hologram? Fairfield's just not the same without it.
1,000 thank yous for convincing this reticent soul to relocate. To think, without your aid, I'd still be waiting about in Westport.
What do you think about after meeting Milver
Minister
Street?
Milver Street seems remarkably genial, though oftentimes I can scarcely fathom his meaning and feel a bit spun around.
Of course.
Greetings again. You have my undivided attention. What's on your mind?
That's the only thing is I'm gonna have to like really go back through and probably explore the various places in this planet to get the remaining magazine thing that I'm missing. You know? It's the only thing about it. But I think we are going to take a break real quick. When we get back, we will make our way to the mission that we need to be at. For whatever reason, this one's kind of like bugged, the mentioned one, so can't really figure out that one. But yeah, we just need more copies of the Science Adventures Quarterly. I mean, I'm wondering if maybe we can find them on this next place we go to. So yeah, we're gonna head to this Golden Ridge place, wherever it is, and then get that going. Let's save real quick. We're about 16 hours into this playthrough, and yeah, we still got quite a bit more to go. But yeah, I'll be back. When we get back, we'll start moving forward on the main. It'd be something I would be interested in trying, though.
Ah, there you are. I was expecting you 4 minutes and 27 seconds ago, but never mind that. I have a missive for you. Highest priority. Recipient's eyes only.
Missive from who? About what?
All I can tell you is that it is from Arcadia's most judicious custodians, the Order of the Ascendant. I am not privy to any information beyond that. Oh, they did also say it was important. I was tasked 6 months ago to deliver it to whomever ship was at this landing pad at this exact time. Well, 4 minutes ago, like I said. All other questions may be answered by viewing the missive, I expect. Farewell, and as they say, may all your endeavors come to fruition.
We had a message. Auto Hacker 5000. Hit Scramble Auto Mechanicals to fight for you. Scramble chance increases the hack skill target electrode stacks. Ted Man's jacket. It's a good explosive defense. Warning, drip dry only and not tumble dry.
Time to watch whatever it was the messenger had for us.
The dose. While standing in the Xenium cloud, gain plus 20 crit chance. Xenium poisoning is gained 50% slower. Oh, okay, that's neat. Didn't realize I had that. Plus 40% energy recharge rate. Sometimes hacking requires finesse and delicate touch. This gun is not for those times. Thunderstruck. Crash of thunder. Heavy attacks with this weapon will send forward a thunderous projectile shock foes. A melee weapon that shoots projectiles? Shocking. Dude, I need to get into the science stuff. I need to try to level up my science a little bit.
agent of the Earth Directorate. I am Ruth Bassar, presiding bishop of the Order of the Ascendant. At this time, I can only presume you think us your enemy, directly responsible for your colleague Augustine de Vries' actions way back on Horizon Point. I assure you, we were not. A splinter group was behind that heresy. The collective of scientists and scholars I lead are committed to elevating humanity by pursuing a greater understanding of reality. I believe our goals are not incompatible. We both oppose the Protectorate, and we both wish to preserve Arcadia from ruin. We can help each other. I entreat you to speak with Abbot Newell. He can be found in Golden Ridge at Matriarch's Mercy. He will aid you in your mission, and hopefully, you will see fit to aid us in ours. Nav key coordinates to the Golden Ridge landing pad on Dorado are embedded in this message.
Okay.
Go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you.
The Order of the Ascendant awaits us on Golden Ridge, Commander.
Commander, the nav key coordinates supplied by the presiding bishop of the Order have been verified. Landing in Golden Ridge is now possible. Additionally, we are also able to land in Free Market Station due to the Astrogator's progress with the updates necessitated by its rebuild.
What's a free market station?
Free Market Station is an independent marketplace, the only one in the system. It is called such as it was built out of a crashed Auntie's Choice freighter by that name. Agent Ibarra frequented it occasionally after the invasion. He said it was a good place to find newfangled gadgets and stolen prototypes and whatnot.
Huh. What can you tell me about Golden Ridge?
Golden Ridge is located on Dorado. It is home to the Alexandra Monastery and Matriarch's Mercy, as well as previously being a center for mining Zeranium. The Protectorate abandoned it soon after the invasion, leaving Auntie's Choice and the Order of the Ascendant to fight for control of the area and its resources.
Something about an Astrogator being rebuilt when you revived me, didn't you?
Agent Ibarra prioritized your recovery above pursuing Agent de Vries. This involved disassembling and rebuilding the Astrogator to allow the Incognito to travel to your location. As the rebuilding process progresses, old nav keys may be unlocked. Unfortunately, most of them are likely not recoverable.
Got it. I kind of want to go check out the free marketplace, you know? See what the hell this place is about. The stutters be real. Level up. This is always a tough choices. Trying to figure out what I want to go into. And obviously fuck melee. We don't need freaking melee crap. Hmm. That's what we'll do, I think. Contents locked container can be viewed before lockpicking. Also, you gain an increased range bonus with guns. Hmm. Deep drums, machine guns, special weapons, assault rifles slowly reload automatically. Additionally, all weapons have an increased magazine size. Hmm. All your equipped armor and weapons share the same brand, gain bonus damage with the kind of armor. Hmm. Idea using multiple LOD mods depends on which LOD mods you're using. See, I'm debating if I want to do more energy, more damage, or if I want to get bullet shield to get that buff for damage resist and base health. That's a good one, I mean, and we do need to have better health. We've been going all into damage. It sucks because perks are like every other level, and it's like if I'm not careful, I can screw myself over, you know? They're only futuristic weapons. Arson rifles, pistols, shotguns deal increased damage, while the magazine of one of these weapons is half emptied. You gain a bonus crit hit chance. It's funny because Sharpshooter will actually counteract our point blank perk. So in a sense, if I have both perks, it's only going to be a 15% damage buff either way. But that sneak damage is very nice to have. Because look, you get plus 100 sneak damage with that, and you get plus 100 sneak damage with Sharpshooter. So you get 200% sneak damage. by having those 2 perks. Ah, fuck it. We'll go with it. Alright, what does he have? Right now, his periodically calls out enemies he spots, revealing them in a mini-map. He also makes it more difficult for enemies to spot you. When not as a party, containers have a small chance to contain large cache of scrap metal. I would rather have that perk for him. About her. Eating food, drink while in this party is a chance to give you crude biomass for crafting. Eating food, drink while in your party grants a small amount of inhaler charge to addition to normal healing. I will take that.
Looks like the second choice has got a new shipment of swill. Gave it a try. Needs some aging, but not too bad.
What? I was just with Barney. He said we're not getting any new shipments for months. What did he let you try?
Well, I maybe didn't.
I love how
run
this
by
place
him.
looks. This place
He's
just
got a
looks
big
fucking
metal barrel
cool.
behind the bar. Said Auntie's finest star wipe on it.
That wasn't booze. That was ship wax.
Really? Barney should start selling it then. It's better than half his stock.
Remember, nothing's a crime if you never get caught.
I mean, she's not wrong.
Welcome to the true free market, friend.
I just want to loot everything so bad, but I need so many skill increases that it's just, yeah, it's very difficult.
Can't chit chat. I got a line on something big at the moment.
All items, only 5 bits. If you pick it up and it falls apart, I'll even discount the pieces to 4 bits each.
I just love the whole junkyard kind of vibe this place gives.
I was under the impression that Free Market Station was open to all. Why am I being accosted?
Free Market Station is open to all, except spies. It's awful suspicious how you've been gallivanting about, asking everyone questions.
I am not a spy. The information I'm collecting here shall be of historical significance someday. Surely you can appreciate that.
Right. And I'm sure that information wouldn't help at all in clearing us out of the station years from now. I'll be watching you. Hope that wayward science type didn't disturb you much.
I like the little monocle.
We of the station normally do our best to dissuade partisans from making nuisances of themselves.
I wouldn't mind learning what she's doing here.
Suppose I can't stop you. Just don't let her convince you to do anything that might put you at odds with our security forces. All that aside, enjoy your time on the station. Don't get into any trouble.
Greetings. Are you perhaps interested in advancing the knowledge of Arcadia's history through scientific exploration? What am I saying? Of course you are. Please, do tell me anything you might know about the crash of the ACS Free Market.
Just get to the point of whatever it is you want.
Do pardon my forwardness. I saw that you were a new arrival, but I held out some hope that you might be able to enlighten me where the station populace has not. As an archivist, it's my duty to collect and record hitherto unrecorded knowledge wherever it can be found. But my earnest questions have been met with suspicion.
Cousin, the free market is a ship the station's built around.
You're correct. Unfortunately, I'll Take that question to mean that I can't interview you for more information. Fiddlesticks. If some independent preservationist would be willing to assist me in discovering the truth, I certainly would appreciate it.
Sounds like you need some assistance. I could lend a hand.
That's great. I can offer you a stipend from my exploratory budget for anything you might manage to discover. Converse with the locals, peer into unturned corners, and see what your able hand might unearth. I look forward to furthering the cause of history with you.
There's somewhere to start.
I ask about in the saloon and the bazaar. Both are places where gossip flies about like so many tarot rays. Sub Rosa likely has some information about the crash, but I'm not sure where. You also might be able to find some intact portion of the ship amidst all of the station's wreckage. Take a look around. I'm sure you'll be able to get farther on your own.
People low profile. We're trying to
Do you
run a
mind if I
respectable
don't
criminal
pay you no
operation
mind?
here.
Greetings! How has the data collection fared?
There's even a rift here in the space station. That's pretty interesting. $16 thefts I had to assemble this lock system. My apologies to those of you who've been pawning belongings to feed yourselves. Auto. Oh, alright, well. Anyways. Wait. Yeah. We'll have to figure that out later. There's probably some note laying around that we'll figure out. It's weird playing the first game. Always look grainy to you. Since a pile of debris, you can barely make out what looks like an intact audio log. Fuck. This large piece of machinery appears to have once belonged to a ship. Some know-how, you might be able to learn more from it. Fortunately, I don't have the engineering to do that one.
bombs that explode in your face? Come to Not a Weapons Store.
Not a weapons store?
I think I misplaced a hand grenade. We'll know in a couple seconds if it's armed or not. Browse all you like. Everything I've got is fine-tuned to perfection.
How do you end up in Free Market Station?
That's privileged information, friend. If you want it, you're going to have to kill me. Just jesting. Although if you did want to kill me, I've got many finely priced perforators tuned to do just that. Perhaps you'd be inclined to take a look at my wares? Feel free to go on a murderous rampage with what you buy. It's good publicity.
What the fuck? All right, there are some more weapons here. Agatha, 45 damage. Fires 25% more slowly, but bullets explode on hit. Uses heavy rounds as ammo instead of long rounds. Finally, a gun named Agatha that shoots exploding bullets. There's no mystery here. Shock assault rifle. A trench shotgun. I'm liking the variety of weapons that there's an option to use, you know. There's even a fucking sniper rifle. Been DMR type rifle? I have no idea. I really want to get the Agatha though. I'm just so freaking curious. Oh, hell yeah.
Anybody even listening to this? Let me sell you stuff.
This guy looks like the junk vendor.
Yeah, listen, I know I shouldn't warn you about this, but anything I sell you runs the risk of exploding. I trust you'll appreciate my forthrightness and be all the more willing to buy from me.
What the fuck? How would you aniconically warn me that your wares aren't functioning?
Kindness? I've been having some problems with my machines since I arrived on this planetoid. But that's enough about myself.
You know anything about the crash of the ACS free market?
No. Ships decidedly ain't in my purview. You sure I can't interest you in some bric-a-brac instead of this conversation?
think you'd want to answer a potential customer's
You
questions.
need to purchase much more from my stock for me to consider such a course of action. I'd be happy to show you. Hello once more. I guarantee you some of my... Oh, I prefer to focus on the present and the future, and not things that may or may not keep me awake in the dark and lonesome hours of the night. You'd need to purchase much more from my stock for me to...
Doctor here. Get your stitches. If you're here about a toothache, you've come to the right place. If you're here bleeding from a dozen bullet wounds, I suppose I can help with that too. If you've wounds that need stitching or teeth that need scrutiny, I'm your doctor.
Seem a little dentistry obsessed for a doctor.
Yes? Is this a problem? I'm the only doctor on Free Market Station. I think that excuses whatever quirks I may or may not have. My prior faction demanded I strictly adhere to my vocation and forego the world of dentistry under penalty of death after a certain number of infractions. Suffice it to say, I'm pleased Free Market Station allows me to be myself. Medicaments and more, all sufficiently regulated or thereabouts. Yeah.
A weird little stutter I had there for a second.
If you lost it, I'm selling it. Look, everyone else here? Nothing you buy from them will matter if you get killed. So armor up. Tell me what you need.
How's business?
Booming now. Used to be a few other armor shops on the station. As it happened, their owners mysteriously vanished. I picked up their inventories real cheap, since they were just taking up station storage. It sure was a convenient windfall for yours truly. Real convenient.
I like this lady. She's pretty cool, actually. Got rid of the competition. Just to make sure those owners vanish completely, lest they come back for their goods.
No, I wouldn't worry about that. Extremely unrelated, but I'd avoid the chef de mécanique's twice braised indeterminate flesh scraps if I was you. They can be, gamey. Can do.
A ghillie head. A ghillie hood. That's kind of cool, actually. Plus 55% crit damage, plus 5% crit chance. Calorie counter. The suit's mouth filter converts portions of inhaled biological matter into energy. Charge your gadgets as you charge yourself. Biocalorie inverter. Negative 20% healing for medical inhaler. Using inhaler grants 10-time multiplier for energy recharge rate. 3 seconds. Multiplier improved further with medical skill. The B stands for bullet deflecting, or maybe that stands for Bernard. I like some of the descriptions for some of these. Look good while eliminating your enemies. Versatile sub-rosa wear. Worry not, the tubes only go for mere few inches into your nasal passages. Cleaner armor. Checks like ship plating because it is ship plating. If the filters fail during your gas attack, Auntie's Choice will refund you 10% of your paid bits. Note, offer valid only in case of user death. A ghillie suit? That must be like something that you would definitely want for like stealth. Contrary to popular belief, there is a suit here.
Can't tell if you're a fixer or need fixing.
Hey, look, the plasma cutter. I haven't seen the plasma cutter since the first game. The toss ball is back. First SMG explosive rounds. There definitely is a lot more guns.
Firearms that explode in your face? Come to Not a Weapons Store!
The second choice.
I'm beginning to reach the tail end of my patience. You will tell me the location of the broker.
Lad, you ain't got much of a concept of a deal, do you? You ain't got nothing to offer, and a threat is offering less than nothing.
Do you realize any other arbiter would have crushed you where you stand for obstruction of justice long before now? That I am flowing with magnanimity?
Can't say I know what that word means,
to me,
but if you're inclined to keep threatening me,
yeah, it does.
only thing gonna be flowing is your blood out your body. Stranger, seen my fix? Hope you're about to offer to rid me of this damn fool.
You cannot dissuade an arbiter from their sovereign-given duty, no matter how much of an irritant you may attempt to be.
What seems to be the problem
I
here?
came to meet with the information broker for, Protectorate business. Protectorate reasons. However, I find myself foiled at near every turn. None within the Protectorate would defy an arbiter and expect to live. Regrettably, I cannot make the locals see reason without rendering myself unable to learn what I seek.
Even polite entreaties don't see most getting an invite to the broker, and you've been anything but.
Not let him have an audience with the broker. At least he wouldn't bother you anymore.
See, you may have thought you said have an audience, but what you actually said was let him assassinate.
Do I look like a sentinel to you? No, don't answer that. My point is that if I wanted to kill everyone here, we would not be having this obnoxious conversation.
No matter what this fella says, he's not going to convince me to trust him. He's a walking security risk.
First, you're concerned about having him prove himself to you.
An arbiter need prove themselves to no one but the sovereign. But if I must debase myself to further my aim, so be it.
Interesting thought. Occurs to me there might just be something that needs looking into.
Let's hear it.
Within the Golden Ridge locale on Dorado, there's a refugee camp. It's unassuming, quiet-like. Most of the folks there just want to be left alone. They see to the few needs they have by working with the broker, but we ain't heard from them in a fortnight and change. Serves to reason something untoward may have transpired there. You see your way to looking into that, maybe we'll talk.
How exactly do these refugees work with the broker?
That's between them and Sub Rosa. You in or you out?
Sounds like you want me to go as well. Why?
I don't fancy the idea of letting an arbiter loose on our allies without supervision. Might not know you, but anything's better than giving him complete freedom.
I do not take your speaking of me as some kind of feral canid lightly.
Sounds like a big load of not my problem. Seems like a plan I'm in.
Great! Take the lap canid with you. I've had enough of his excitability, and so have my customers.
I don't claim to be pleased with the circumstances surrounding this co-investigation, but perhaps we may surprise one another. I'm Arbiter Tristan Rao.
Nick, ever worked with a partner before?
When I was an apprentice, yes, but not since. And certainly never with an outsider. I shall meet you at the camp. Let us hope we both arrive there intact.
Greetings again. Hope that little day excursion you and I jawed about is going well. Libations or information? What's your poison?
What's with those masked Sub Rosa agents?
If you were running a less than legal group, would you want everyone knowing your agents' identities? I don't think so. Lots of folks in Sub Rosa have friends and family elsewhere. Auntie's Choice and the Protectorate predominantly, but some order. If their identities somehow got out, those friends and family are suddenly going to look like much juicier targets. It's safer for everyone this way.
Rumors circulating around the station?
Always. For example, there's some kind of hoity-toity collector type parked upstairs. Supposedly, she's willing to sell some of her collection if you impress her. Laws.
Come now, Prospero, you've been on that stage hundreds of times. This perturbation looks bad on you, and you're not one for looking bad. Terribly sorry you've got me ruminating. A man of my persuasion shouldn't stoop to such self-deprecation, especially in front of prospective customers.
Seem like you could be well informed. I have questions about a crashed ship.
You've identified me properly. But information transference is the lifeblood of Free Market Station. And if you want a transfusion, you'll have to grant me a spot of help. I'm in charge of keeping the patrons of the saloon entertained. Normally this does not present an issue, but I learned that an old flame of mine shall attend my next performance. My resolve is uncharacteristically flagging. I find myself fixating on the most minute of issues. I need something to bolster my confidence.
Are you trying to impress this person?
She knows my real name. Prospero's just a stage title, as it happens. There's a certain kind of intimacy that I fear shall be difficult to ignore.
I can help. What do you have in mind?
Liquid courage has never failed me, but I have a discerning palate. The Automech chef in the bazaar sells my preferred brand of alcohol, though it can be headstrong. You see, I can't just drink any old swill from the bar. My refined palate can only stomach one drink. Iceberg aged whiskey. Something of a collector's item, I'm told.
Guess I'll keep an eye out.
Now, if you'll excuse me, an artist must be granted solitude to properly amass his mental forces.
Sorry. Loitering ain't my crime of choice.
Whatever you're selling, I am not in the black market for it.
Keeping everything above board? I hope not.
Keep an eye out for snitches. Got a good thing going here.
Another challenger approaches. Prepare to be sent weeping from my curio collection. None have defeated my collections, and none shall. But I do so delight in a competition. Are you prepared to do battle?
Yeah, what are you preparing to do battle over?
Cards, my dear, of the toss ball and pitch ball variety. I must see if your collection bests my own.
A few here, is this enough?
Sporting! Let us do battle. This is a fine collection of cards. For an amateur, you'll need a sight more to compete with me. I cannot open my wares to any unless their collections rival my own. I hope you understand. Feel free to return once you have bolstered your ranks. But know that you shall still not defeat me.
Currently you have 9 collected, okay. Bro, why are your floors so dirty in here?
Get caught unawares all you like. My armor will keep you safe.
You need coveralls, we got coveralls. Auntie's Choice thanks you for... never mind that, sorry. Force of habit. If you're in need of sprucing up the old wardrobe, I can provide.
You got quite a collection. How'd you come
Used to be part of Auntie's Choice. Nothing special, just a pilot for light cargo vessels. Had a lot of time to think with just the void for company. Eventually decided I was sick of being overworked and underpaid and made off with my cargo. Turned out to be generic clothes, work gear, and such. More of a market for it out here than I would have guessed. I've bolstered my wares since. You should give them a look. I got rags, fineries, and everything in between.
Damn, 22 freaking armor? Holy shit. Keep you alive long enough to take 1 or 2 swings in close combat. Best neck protection this side of Tal City, but not beyond. Eye patch. We'll definitely have to come back later on.
No time to chinwag. More than a mite busy at the moment.
Mind your own illicit business, and I'll mind mine.
Shop here to acquire fine food for cheap. Welcome to our stall. We hope this is the first meal you ever have in your life. What may this unit rehydrate for you?
A special brand of alcohol, Iceberg Aged Whiskey. Do you have any?
Yes, Iceberg Aged Whiskey is currently on reserve for Prospero Paulo. Current customer is not Prospero Paulo. Unit cannot vend to current customer.
Send me here to get the alcohol. Can't you make an exception?
Unit is not familiar with that recipe.
You're in charge of the stall all by yourself?
Negative. This unit and stall are registered to Gerald T. Wenrich. Mr. Wenrich last visited 222 days ago. When last seen, Mr. Wenrich mentioned he was, quote, going to teach those, redacted, sub rosa, redacted, a lesson. Nobody extorts Gerald T. Wenrich. All wares were at some... Preparing, sniveling servant. What may this unit rehydrate for you? Scanning. Customer has not transfigured into Prospero Paulo. Unit cannot see due to
My contraptions don't explode no more. Honest.
Hello once more. I guarantee you some of my inventions.
Standing in one place and focusing on not being nervous does not, in fact, help one not be nervous.
Jeff has some of your whiskey, but he'll only vent to you. Can you come with?
I would love to, my friend. I truly would. But what if I leave and my flame arrives while I am absent? I may appear to be the picture of relaxation, but I assure you, this is all a carefully constructed facade bent to exude confidence. If I leave, it shall shatter. And if she were here waiting for me when I returned, I shudder to think at the upper hand she would gain. No, my friend, you must make do without me.
Well, I guess you're just not gonna get that whiskey.
Greetings again. Hope that little day excursion. Libations or information? What's your poison?
So ask me for some glacial aged whiskey. Do you have any in stock?
Oh, sure. Got it right behind the bottled gold and spiced silver. No, I ain't got any fancy booze for our in-house drunkard. And if he wants to know if I do, he should come and ask me himself. Or better yet, focus on his upcoming set.
As it happens, standing in one place and focusing on...
My gear has the fewest holes out of any close-on station, or your money back.
Error. Wrote, if you became violently ill after eating here, please feel free to write our stall an angry letter, then burn it. What may this unit rehydrate for you? Scanning. Customer has not... Unit cannot see. Meals currently sold with both salt and pepper. Available today only.
Sorry, I got bootlegging. Buy from me, please.
Buy from me and live to tell your fellows about my store.
Hello once more. I guarantee you some... Oh, I prefer to focus on the present and the future, and not things that may or may not keep me awake in the dark and lonesome hours of the night. You'd need to purchase much more from my stock for me to consider such
Professor,
a
you don't
course
seem
of
like
action.
much of a merchant.
Well, none taken. I never intended to be. But when life breaks your jaw and shoots out your knees, may as well learn to get good at crawling, right?
You just bought a shooter from not a weapons store, right? How's it treating you?
It ain't. Can't eat the scraps I shoot with it.
Greetings. How has the data collection fared?
We're definitely gonna have to come back here later, for sure.
This place ain't half bad. I've been to seedier underbellies.
Latest. Nice day for shady dealings. Thanks for visiting Free Market Station. The pleasure is all ours.
How are the informant lines treating you? Hear anything good? Not terribly. My only field-bound compatriot is stationed in Golden Ridge.
Off to a new planet. Don't let its Arcadia baking landscape fool you. Although different of seas and rivers, Dorado coveted its bountiful resources and status as a Goldilocks moon. You require no terraforming to support human colonization. Distinctive gilded sheen derives from the ironstone deposits visible from orbit. Funny, even the planets look better than Starfield in this game. Like, look, you can legit see the fucking clouds from up here.
Updating ship roster to reflect the addition of Trooper Silong. Reminder: Earth Directorate agents are not allowed to participate in paid promotions funded by corporations. Furthermore, any opinions expressed in favor of product are the agent's own and do not reflect the opinions of the Earth Directorate.
Golden Ridge. We're bringing those two again. Like I said, I don't care for the robot. I'm not gonna waste my time with a robot. All right. Wow. The hell of a height. Whoa, what the fuck happened there?
Lord, damn, what was that? There ain't been active fighting here in I don't even know how long. We got bases down there. If one of them got hit, then that strike will be the first of many.
This is your 2061st reminder to keep all personal items with you at all times.
Golden Ridge, Tramacular of Expediency.
Wow. This station's sure going to scrap since last I stepped about. Don't think we'll be hitching a ride anywhere quick.
The plan can wait. Our lines will not. Good subjects arrive 15 minutes early. Thank you for picking up your personal belongings. We must all work together to keep Golden Ridge beautiful. Your patience is commendable, passenger. Please continue waiting quietly until the next tram arrives. Stay vigilant. Report any suspicious activity to your nearest station warden.
For Arcadia, no sacrifice is too great. Such was the caption of the mural, assembled painstakingly by a team of sculptors over the course of 6 years, commissioned by Sovereign himself, memorialized Arcadia's bounty. The original mural was deemed too spectacular to confine in one location. Eventually, the decision was made to fabricate copies of the original mural, each of which have been housed in tram stations throughout Golden Ridge so that any subject may feel the caress of true artistry. Each of these copies was made to contain a piece of the original glorified mural.
Yeah.
Yeah, this place is really fucked up. Report any trams later than 16 seconds in regional authority. Instant reports. Citizens found eating non-designated areas. Abomination administered. Recurring incident will result in increased admonishment, eventual mental refreshment if the issue is not resolved. The citizen fell asleep in the common area and loudly snored, disturbing the peace of the public area. Severe admonishment. Recurring offense will be reviewed by the arbiter. Somebody snoring. What the fuck? You get a mental refreshment for snoring. That's what you get. Ooh. Okay.
Attention passenger. You are running 41,027.5 hours late for your tram. Please be mindful of your departure in the future.
That looks very weird. Very pixely.
Looks like folks holed up here after the fighting started. Guess not everybody was eager to pick sides.
Day 206. Morale? Low. Condition? Feeble. Voucher mech. Watching. Always watching. Many have left for Matriarch's mercy, seeking refuge with the Order. The fools. Can't they see the Order is no different from the Protectorate? The Order won't...
Incessant muttering to oneself may disturb fellow passengers. Further conduct violations may warrant notification of the Sentinels.
Try it, you doddering rattletrap! Such threats compel me no longer. I now answer to no one. I've seen through the lies of both sides. In time, everyone will.
Unwarranted optimism may be a sign of a more serious imbalance. Please see a curativist before boarding.
Lest you're bent on exploring, best we hoof it over to Matriarch's mercy and meet with that abbot Nassar mentioned.
Welcome to the Order of the Ascendant. Relax. Your future is in our hands. You cannot possibly do the right thing today without knowing what will happen tomorrow.
Please, somebody help us! Anybody, please! Finally, some help. We desperately need aid. Desperately.
I'm sorry, but I'm on an important mission and don't have time right now.
My family and I, we was making our way to the Mercy Camp for us refugees. We were set upon. My wife, my son were injured. Can't move them by myself. I had to leave them just past this tunnel so as I could go for help. But being alone is even more riskier. The Varachnids, I chased them off, but they'll be back. Please help us. Ain't nothing I can do for them, but you got weapon and medicines and can get us to the camp. Please.
Barely early hurt.
Very, by my guess. She was bit on the thigh, high, like, can see bone. Or maybe white means infected? She's screaming all the time when she's awake. Then she goes to sleep. She in agony. And my son ain't waked since the attack. Hurry, please. We must hurry or they'll be eaten. Or worse.
Yeah, I feel like this guy is setting us up for a trap. I don't know why. He reminds me of the guy that lures you into an alley in Freeside in New Vegas, almost. Very well, lead the way.
Thank you. Yeah, this way.
So I'm like, I don't know. Feel like this is a setup. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's very pushy. A little too pushy.
Who there?
Ready to waste it. On your command.
I fucking knew it. Freaking knew he was luring us into like a trap of sorts. Well, that's good. We kill a lot of dumb people and take their stuff. It's hard sometimes to still talk smart. Taking adrenaline time makes talking good easy. But after Adrena time makes it even more harder, so need some Adrena time. We just gotta move, find new people to steal from, order guys, anti guys. The angry order guys are all hard to fight. Now, new people is easy. Just need to find new places to catch them and the order guys around. Yeah, this new good plan. We scrappers can do this. Just got to keep talking smart and keep dumb talking scrappers in the back for ambush. I find it hilarious that I called it well in advance. I think I'm going to swap out Zane's pistol because I don't think it's very useful anymore. Damn. Surprise, surprise.
Liquidate them! Looking a little woozy there, Commander. Raring to go! Let me know when you need a stretch.
Looking low on ammo here, Commander. To help you whip something up.
Damn it, I need a higher lockpick. I do hope with like DLCs, with whatever the level cap is, that the level cap does get upped, you know? When said DLCs do drop. You know, I don't know how long it takes to potentially max out your character anyways, but still.
Think they'll notice if we jump the queue?
Another refugee? All right, step forward. Just a moment. Allowing anyone into Matriarch's Mercy unprocessed will upset the precarious ratio of refugees to aid. We should have an opportunity for placement in approximately 7.85 days, presuming no unforeseen alterations.
Wait, but I might get these other people sick.
Oh, no, we can't allow that. You'd best go and see our doctor at once. Just keep your distance from others. Our calculations do not afford many sick refugees. Welcome to Matriarch's Mercy. Rule number 1, no crowding. Rule number 2, avoid the exclusion zone. Our seer has predicted non-specific imminent danger.
What's exclusion zone?
I thought the name was self-explanatory. Our seer predicted that a corner of the encampment is in terrible danger. Danger from what? Or when? Unclear. Stay away from it, and, in all probability, you won't have to find out.
Is there a rule number 3?
Not at present, but according to our predictions, the creation of a third rule is likely, if not inevitable.
The refugee encampments are supposed to be safe.
Safety and probability are incompatible. Eventually, nowhere will be safe, including here.
You people sure take your predictions
Our
seriously.
predictions spring from the universal equation, the very numbers that guide the stars. Only a fool ignores probability, and we don't suffer fools around these parts. That's enough questions. Keep the line moving. You need anything, talk to Seer Wiley. He's in the lift building, straight through the settlement.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I wish. Between the invaders and the Order defecting, there's no putting this sprat back into the can.
Oyster is looking pretty good right about now.
A wasteland devoid of life? No, Arcadia is doomed. Plain and simple.
I swear, it's nigh on impossible to find decent animal remains in these
If we
parts.
factor for random elements offsetting certain key variables, upsetting algorithmic dissonance, I don't even like the sound of it. How could something be incalculable?
Why, the very idea is preposterous. And then we solve for the... apologies. Just catching up on a research assignment between queries. Yes? Did you need something?
You perform advanced calculations in the midst of a busy settlement?
Typically, no. And it has been somewhat challenging focusing my concentration. The abbot felt a scientician operating in a conspicuous spot in the thoroughfare might be useful. An illustrative way for our guests to see how we operate. To show how the Crabble patties are made, as it were.
The Crabble
That
patties.
is, if the meat preparation involved a 90-step rate formula and a conflux of polynomial equations.
You're just mathing out here in public, so passerby can watch you math.
I am also on hand to answer queries by providing data supporting our actions. Though perhaps due to my central location, 89.74% of the time, I am simply asked for directions.
But the other 10.26% of the time, they're asking you if they can use the space.
I am sure they bear any inconveniences with grace and dignity. I mean, the statistical jump correlated to residents within Matriarch's Mercy has some pretty compelling numbers. According to data, life inside shows a notable uptick in key relevant quality of life factors: longevity, access to medicine, potable water. Life outside sees increased risk of starvation, inclement weather, and hostile xenofauna. Yes, indeed. Numbers are really against you out there.
Most people need more medicine and water to be happy.
We have diverted internal resources to better meet demand in key areas. And I'm pleased to say that's led to a statistically significant 2.7% increase in refugee satisfaction. But if my data remains unconvincing, I suggest you inquire with Provisioner Plotnik inside the lift building. Simply tell her Archivist Widmark approves brief use of her time.
Let's get
Then
back to
back to it I shall get.
How long are we meant to stay here?
That's the order. I'm not in the prediction business.
Commander, you got a minute to talk? I got some thoughts on this situation with the refugees.
What's on your mind?
The number of folks seeking refuge from the war is, well, it's beyond what I expected. And beyond what the Order is capable of handling, seems like. Andes may not be faring much better here, but we could at least find enough work for these folk to buy some food.
Those are the only two options. I prefer dying out in the desert. The Order is doing their best. They're not making the refugees earn their help.
You sure? The Order seems a whole lot more concerned with dazzling the populace with numbers than anything else. It's a tough situation, that's all I'm saying. But if the Order can't even manage tens of folk at their doorstep, they ain't gonna manage much better should they win the war.
Let's ask these refugees if they prefer free food or having to work for it.
But nothing's ever really free, is it? I went through this myself when Andy's Choice took over Tau Ceti. It took time to secure the merger, but once they did, we folk got the help we needed real quick. And all they wanted in return was the signing of an employment contract. Now, I ain't seeing any contracts in Matriarch's Mercy. So what is the Order actually gaining by doing this?
We're just trying to help people who've lost everything. Why is it that's hard
In
to
all
believe?
my years, I ain't encountered many folk who would extend a hand and expect nothing in return. I mean, I'd not have asked for your help with my graft if I didn't have something to offer in exchange.
You shouldn't have bargained for help. I would have helped you regardless.
Well, maybe I misjudged the Earth Directorate after all. Anyhow, if the Order is in fact helping these folk with no hidden aims, then, well, I'll be the first to admit that there might just be merit in what they're selling. Appreciate you hearing me out.
Broke my nose last scrap. Or, I guess Jolly Dortmunder did, huh? I still don't get any of my noggin sure is sore. Ah, I banged him up real good for you, didn't I? I won you one, right? Matters settled. The void you did. Barely connected. You're thinking of 2-3 scraps ago. You've been mostly unconscious a while now.
I had no idea what either one of you were talking about.
You want to talk to Boss Tilda. She's the brains in this... What does she call it? Oh, yeah. Quasi-illicit shenanigan. Doesn't like to look at us when we're all banged up. Said my face turned her off Borstloaf. Anyhow, head down the hill along the fence. Tell her Mapother and Mudge sent you.
Jan Dansby, reward on delivery.
Every scientician yearns to visit the archive on Cloister. One day, it will process all of our equations. Apologies, outsider. As a vicar, I am usually tasked with guiding non-order lay people, such as yourself. Lately, the abbot has tasked me with the education of the refugees in our care. You are, of course, free to stay to be enlightened by my lecture, but I don't need an abacus to predict your path lies elsewhere.
What if I promise not to take much of your time?
Well, if it's in the displaced's best interests, I imagine I can find a moment.
You're fairly in the know. What's the situation in the settlement?
I reckon I do have my ear to the grimy dirt floor of Matriarch's Mercy. I hear what common lay people are saying, and the wide array of bodily noises they make. Suppose I, more than any other member of the Order here, connect with non-scienticians. I've begun daily lectures, including practical advice on efficiently planning their days. I frequently launch into extended orations on everyone's favorite topic, math, and meticulously expatiate on our sex origins in the most rigorously pedantic detail.
You actually haven't told me anything about the situation
Oh,
here.
dear. I got ahead of myself, didn't I? That's an occupational hazard around here. As I'm sure you've read in recent dissertations doing the rounds, education has proven to have a 13.7% increase in overall quality of life. I am single-handedly making a difference here, with constructive pointers on efficient scheduling, lessons on order history, plus some mathematics for a little added razzle-dazzle.
You think people are listening?
Never as many as I would like, perhaps, but my little congregation grows by the hour. Eventually, my unsophisticated layperson friend, the knowledge just seeps right in. Give it a few years and they'll even be asking questions. Ruth Bassar is the first among equals of the Laureate Council. Since the schism, the Protectorate has rewritten history to extend our teachings.
Alright. I think before I do any progressing, I think we'll call it a stream here. But at least next stream we're kind of set for this whole new planet to explore. A lot of things to discover and all that. But I am probably going to take tomorrow night off, probably. Just to kind of take a break, because I didn't realize it, but I've been going on a 10 stream stretch. So I'll probably take a break tomorrow night, and then we'll come back probably Wednesday night and continue. But yeah, I think that'll be it for tonight. Thank you guys for hanging out. I do appreciate it.